Diamonds in the rough. NFL Draft Diamonds. Time to shine.
Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds, and today I have with me Raymond Johnson III, who's a defensive end edge rusher out of Georgia Southern. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Mr. Jimmy?
I'm doing well, man. It's been great, following a lot of you prospects this season, and now I am blessed to be able to talk to really one of the better edge rushers out there from the group of five. So talk to me a little bit about yourself. First off, tell me where you're from.
Okay. Well, of course, my name is Raymond Johnson III. I'm from Sumter, South Carolina. Small little place. It's not too big. Got family members. I got two sisters. I was raised by both my parents, Yvonne and Raymond Johnson. And then, that's just about it.
So they decided to make you a third. It's always interesting when families just kind of keep going with like the same name. So you going to continue that trend? I mean, once you get your own, is that?
Oh yeah, no doubt. I'm definitely having the fourth. Hopefully, if he loves the name like I do, he'll name his the fifth, and we can keep a legacy going. But I'm definitely naming mine the fourth.
Gotcha. So obviously you've been a 4-year starter there at Georgia Southern, which I think, to be quite honest with you, I really like your experience level. In my notes I have you at 47 total starts. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Right on the money.
That is a phenomenal number. And I also have you in my notes about 6'3", 260 pounds. Is that also correct numbers?
Yes, sir, it is.
Great. So again, 47 starts is pretty sweet, man. Having that kind of experience, I think, really sets you apart from a lot of people. But I do want to kind of get it from you. What do you feel is, like, I don't know, maybe your best attribute or best thing you bring to the table as a prospect?
Like you just previously said, experience, but just along with the versatility of me being able to play all over the defensive front. I can go in, I can play a 3 technique. I'm aggressive enough to play that. And I also can go out there and play a 5 technique, 7s, 9s, athletic enough to be out there. So I think that's just what I bring as far as the physical aspect. And mentally, I think, just like you said, experience, I bring that. And then I've been a part of a losing program who's transitioned into a winning program. So just having that type of years under my belt is something that can come into the NFL and, definitely have me on the right path.
So, like we were saying, your versatility is one of the things that is one of the better things that you bring to the table. Again, like I said, I have you listed at 260, but you were saying you did some 3 tech. We really can't expect you to do, that particular position at the pro level. How do you see yourself, I don't know, transitioning to the NFL? Like, what sort of role might you play at the next level? Do you think that maybe like a 3-4 outside linebacker? Would that be like a fair assessment? Is that what you've been told?
Yeah, no doubt. 3-4 outside linebacker, 4-3 in. And when I was saying 3 tech, not probably on base downs, but cheetah packages for sure. When you want to bring out your speedy guys, you want to take some of your outside pass rushers and put them on the inside. I could do things of that sort.
Gotcha. Well, I didn't mean to take it away from you. It's just that
it's all good.
You're typically you have guys that are like 285 or something, like playing that position. Has your weight kind of been consistent like throughout your career? Or did you really just slim yourself up so that you ran well for your pro day?
Actually,
normal playing weight.
My normal playing weight kind of fluctuated from this year because I'm like at Georgia Southern, it was hard to like get the nutrition programs and stuff like some of these other big schools have. So it was kind of hard to keep a stable weight. But yeah, I came in at Georgia Southern about 220, and each year I put on about 20 pounds.
Really what that means is like, when kids come in, and let's just, say it how it is. When kids come into college, you're still growing into your adult body. That's just a normal thing that happens. So, you come in, you said you were 225 and, now you're 260. And I'm pretty sure at some point or another you were probably a little heavier than that, probably like 275 maybe at some stages. But
Yes, sir.
I mean, again, like we were saying, I mean, edge rusher, whether it be like 3-4 outside linebacker or 4-3, defensive end, I think that's fine. How much have you dropped back into coverage? I mean, are you dropping back into coverage at all there at Georgia Southern?
And some previous like practices, I would drop out, flats. My early years here, freshman year, I would if we get a running back swinging out, I man him up, or if he's swinging out and then he changes it to like an angle route, I'm covering that. But most of the time, I was playing like what you would call like a Russian linebacker who just, they'll drop over back sometimes in the flat areas. Hardly in the curl. I drop in the curl sometimes, but not as much as as others. But that was just about it. Nothing too crazy.
And I have here in my notes that you were a team captain. I mean, how long were you a team captain for?
I've only been a team captain for my senior year, but I've been in the leadership council of the team since about my sophomore year.
And tell me about you as a leader out there on the football field. I mean, what kind of leader would we be getting? Like, what are you used to kind of doing there as a leader?
I think I'm a leader who's accountable, and also relatable, almost like a servant leader. I'm not gonna ask anyone to do anything I wouldn't do, and also I get that people make mistakes, and I get that people mess up sometimes. Hell, I've messed up sometimes, so I feel like I'm easy to relate to, and that's just the kind of leader I think I am.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's something. It shows a little bit of maturity when you say, you know what? I mean, nobody's perfect. Everybody messes up from time to time. It's really like how you how you react like after that. Like
Yes,
how do you pick yourself up and how do you continue to go?
Exactly.
So you were blessed to be able to actually go to Hawaii after this season, which I think that's just an awesome experience. You're able to go there to the Hula Bowl. Tell me just a little bit about that, man. I mean, that had to be really nice.
Yeah, the trip up there was just crazy because I had to take like 15 hours of flights. Man, I think I rode like 7 different flights that day. But once I got down there, man, it was nice, man. Meeting a lot of guys from different colleges, meeting Rex Ryan, Mark Sanchez, some of these guys who was my coaches. Just getting to talk schemes with them and getting that next level type of, scheming and stuff. And it was a blessing. And then just talking about Hawaii and its beauty and everything around there and its people and its culture and everything. It was awesome to be around there.
And next thing I just want to chat about is your pro day. I mean, you had your pro day, pretty decent pro day. How do you feel like you did during that pro day? Do you think that you did like, did it meet your expectations? I mean, you think that you showed scouts what you need to show them?
Yeah, in certain areas, I think I prevailed more. I know in the 40, they clocked me one time at a 4.6. And then, in other times, I think they like add them all together and I came out with like a low 4.7 for my 40 time. And then 3-cone drill, we only ran it once and I had like a 7.2. I felt like, I could have got that down a little bit more, but it's still pretty decent to show scouts I can move as well as I can. A 9.7 in broad, 34-inch jump, vert jump. So, those areas I feel like, I had a good time in and a good day in, but certain areas like the shuttle where, we was only able to run the shuttle once and I slipped on it and it really messed my times up. Certain areas like that, I wish I had back. But just all in all, showing the scouts that I had the ability to move and that, I can move for my size and everything, I think that was a good day for me.
So, I mean, obviously you had that pro day done. I mean, check. It's obviously a little awkward, not having a combine this year. I mean, you likely would have been out at Mobile. I mean, given the if it hadn't been canceled, or not Mobile, but there in Indianapolis, you probably would have been out there at Indianapolis, for that event. But yeah, dude. I do want to kind of talk a little bit about you and really what you were able to do out there on the field. So let's kind of chat about you as, first of all, as a student of the game. So, I mean, obviously you got to study your opponent. get yourself, ready, each and every week. Talk about maybe how you prepare and study those opponents, and maybe even an example of how that played out.
Gotcha. So how I prepare is just I was big on down and distance, seeing what teams like to do in certain down and distance and stuff, looking at their percentages of plays and what they ran and these certain down and distance and what part of the field. Also, I'm sorry, this is a scout right here calling.
Well, obviously, a lot of people are interested in you because, there's a scout that tried to contact you, during this interview, which I think is kind of sweet. I know that there's tons of guys out there that really want to know more about you. I'm pretty sure you sat down with like every team in the NFL now, right? Is that kind of
yes?
And it's constant. Especially as we start to approach that, draft is less than 10 days away, man. It'll be here before we know it. So you were just trying to fill me in a little bit about you and your and how you break down film. And let's just kind of move with that. And even if you want to tell me a bit about like your best memory out there on the field. So why don't you go ahead and finish?
Okay, so like I was saying, how I break down film. I look at percentages of down and distance. What teams like to run, and then kind of as they come out in formations, I match it up. And then on a personal basis, when it's individualistic, I try to see flaws of the opponent I'm going against. Like when I was playing FAU earlier this year, I saw the tackle had a tendency of over kicking sometimes, and I think I cross-faced that just about that whole game. Like almost every pass rush attempt, besides probably maybe like 2 or 3, just because he had over tendency to kick, especially if he feared your speed or anything like that. So that's just kind of how I broke down film.
What's been your best moment out there on the football field? Maybe a particular game or play, like what sticks out in your memory from your career?
Probably just getting my first bowl game. That was actually like my first ring I ever had. I've got close times before, but never could get one. So I think it was Tyler Bass who played for the Buffalo Bills right now. Their kicker having a pretty great year. Shout out to him. He had a pretty great year. Tyler Bass was a walk-off field goal for him, man. And he nailed it. It was against Eastern Michigan. It was probably like 4 seconds left. Walk off the field, and that's my first ring. Thank you, Tyler Bass.
Nice. You always got to thank the specialists out there, man. Like they never get enough love. So we definitely need to, give him a shout out. Let's get to know who Raymond Johnson III is outside of football, dude. Just tell me a little bit about yourself, something interesting or unique, whether it be your hobbies, your interests. Chat with me a little bit about who you are off the field.
Gotcha. So I tell a lot of people nowadays, like they're kind of figured out the more they talk to me, but I'm a bit of an old soul. You'll catch me listening to old school music every now and then. I'm using like old country sayings and stuff, and just a real old soul type of guy, man. And I think something unique about me is I listen to all types of genres of music, man. It's I listen to a little country here and there, a lot of hip hop, of course, R&B, pop, just anything you can name it, I listen to it.
So, like you said, you're old soul. So, what do you mean by old soul? Give me some examples there. What's
well, okay, so I know my friends don't like this much, but like if we ride in the car, man, I might turn on Earth, Wind and Fire, or I might turn on the Isley Brothers.
That's really, really old school. So okay.
Yeah, so
it's funny when I talk to guys because obviously I'm a little older. So like your old school is like really making me old, but then you're like bringing it way back. You said Earth, Wind and Fire. So that was like that was even before I was born. So that's crazy. But anybody else there that's in your playlist there? What's
oh yeah, I could keep on going for days, man. I got the 90s too, if you like a Keith Sweat type of guy.
Gotcha.
The Isley Brothers, love the Isley Brothers. Bill Mathers, or maybe it's Waiters. I can't even remember. I listen to so much of it. Got the Aretha Franklin. Just like I said, it just
you gotta have Aretha in there somewhere.
You got to have Aretha, man. It's essential.
But what about tell me about your hometown there? we said that you're from Georgia, right? So tell me,
something to South Carolina.
Or South Carolina. I'm sorry. Tell me about your hometown a little bit. I mean, if we had to, if I came to your hometown, like where do you think I should go in your hometown? You know, if we were to hang out someplace.
If you wanted to go in my hometown, you can go to the movie theaters. That's like a landmark for everybody's, fun point, I like to say. It's a skating ring around, all the kids grew up there. That's pretty cool. And then just something about my hometown, man. I think my hometown produced a lot of talent, and it's just starting to get noticed. My hometown it produced Ja Morant, who's now in the NBA. He was the second pick in the overall draft, right behind Zion. Having a great career in the NBA. Shout out to him. And then we also produced the first Ray Guy Award winner, Presley Harvin, the punter. He was a punter for Georgia Tech. Me and him actually attended the same high school. And just a lot of more great competitors coming out of South Carolina now, just as well out of Sumter, I should say. A lot of 4 stars coming out. Justice Boone, shout out to him. He's at Florida playing defensive line. It's just producing a lot more talent. And I think we always had it, but I think it's starting to go on notice.
I mean, definitely a lot of talent. I mean, you listed a whole bunch of people, out in Sumter, South Carolina that some are really making it and some are really doing a great job. I mean, obviously, you get, one guy who, playing basketball, second behind Zion. I mean, goodness. I mean, that's definitely something to be proud of for sure. So as we wrap up, man, I do want you to answer the why question. And the why question really meaning like, why do you play football? And just a little bit of your motivation.
Okay. So, I never really told nobody this. So you're getting an exclusive, Mr. Jimmy.
I appreciate
it. So with football, man, I felt like everybody got their niche. And I feel like everybody got that thing for them that they're smart in. They can tell you off the top of their mind. They really enjoy talking about it. It gives them chills when they watch certain videos on it. For me, football was that kind of thing for me. I love everything about football. I love having a better understanding of the game. I love playing football video games. I love understanding concepts. I love getting a deeper advantage mentally of a concept. So football is just, I think I was made for football. Football was made for me. So it's not hard to go out there and, play the game that I love and go out there and want to learn more about the game that I love. It becomes kind of easy to me to do it. So, and then, just like anything, you want to be dominant at it. Like my mom always told me, if you're going to do something, you better do it like the best. So, if you're going to do something, give it your all. Don't half-ass anything. Excuse my language too. So, so football, like I love it. It's what I want to be around. It's what I want to do. And then, of course, just being raised as a man by my father and my mother, if I'm going to do it like the best. So.
I get you, man. I mean, sometimes when you get passionate, I mean, sometimes you got to drop some of those words. So it's all good. It's not that big a deal. Raymond, again, like I said, I mean, I feel like you're probably one of, if not the best edge rusher out of the group of 5, prospects, in this year's draft. But I do want you to give your one last pitch to all those NFL teams. I mean, obviously you got a lot of them that really like you, that really want to get to know you and interview you all the time. So your one last pitch, man, why should a team take a chance on you and draft you and bring you in? What kind of teammate would you be for a franchise?
Why I think somebody should take a chance on me is because not only am I a safe draft pick with no off the field issues and no past problems, but I want the best for the team ultimately. And if you draft me, you're bringing that in. And I'm not just going to be – I feel like if you look at my film, you've seen somebody not just playing the game of football, but somebody who got better every year. And then not just only him got better, but others around him got better as well. And that's the type of guy you're going to bring to your team. I'm going to want the success for everybody. I'm going to hold the next man to me accountable, and I'm going to make sure he holds me accountable. And then all in all, if we all on the same page, that's how you win more ball games.
Great. I mean, obviously a player that, I feel like there's a big possibility that we're going to hear your name called, and I think that's going to be a pretty sweet moment. Where are you going to be? You got something planned for draft day? I mean, you're going to be, with your family?
Yeah, and shout out to my mom and dad, and you know, all my family, all my Georgia Southern family. I'll be down in South Carolina. We're gonna probably get an Airbnb, you know, just have a intermediate family in there, and for the other ones who not able to show, you know, because of COVID protocol, you know, I still want to thank everybody who's been with me on this ride, and thank you for the love and support. It hasn't gone unnoticed.
Great. Again, thank you for your time, Raymond. I mean, it's been great to just kind of sit down with you and, you know, help share your story with a whole lot of people. Hopefully we will hear your name called. I mean, I think that there's a huge possibility for that happening. I mean, again, like we said, I mean, very popular guy these days that interrupts his interviews, but it's okay. Hey, again, best of luck to you. You know, keep training, fighting for your dream. I'm sure that you'll get that opportunity. All right.
Yes, sir. And thank you, Mr. Jimmy.
You're welcome. Again, this is Raymond Johnson III. He's edge rusher out of Georgia Southern. Definitely got to check him out.
Oh, yeah.